So, welcome back for our next episode of Avatar. I am really happy for this episode because I get to unleash a horror that I created upon the world known as the Spider Vulture. It's going to be so much fun. Before we do, though, I'm going to say a few words about our sponsors. Let everybody introduce themselves. Let me get that text into chat. Yes, Fundamental RPG is the first sponsor on there. It is a simple D20 system. It's not tied to a genre, so you can use it to play any style of game that you'd like, from high fantasy to sci-fi and everything in between. Physical books look like this, and you can get them on Amazon. Or if you prefer PDFs, you can get that, or the free quick play guide over at coffee.com/Raven, like it's spelled on the right-hand side of the screen. And yes, the fun is free with every purchase. So there's some links there in chat for those. Also, Die Hard Dice, they sell amazing polymer and metal dice sets and accessories. Definitely go check out all of their stuff at dieharddice.com. If you use the code FUNRPG, all one word with all caps, you can get 10% off of your entire order. And then I highly recommend checking out the Alessia Bloodfire with white numbers set. There's a link to those right in chat. I got sent a set of those recently. Let me grab some of these so you can see them. They're really pretty, and they're fun to roll. So I will be rolling those dice for our Spider Vultures today, which will be quite fun. And then, yeah, that's it for our sponsors. So let's introduce everybody. We'll start at the top left with Hannah. Tell us a little bit about Somo and yourself.
Greetings, mortals. My name is Hannah, or Hannah around places. And today I'm going to be playing Somo, who is an airbender with an important mission, but more importantly, a pacifist. But pretty sure that does not preclude me from doing the self-defense, probably, hopefully, violently. We'll see how it goes.
I don't think spider vultures count. They're not. It's an exemption. There's always at least one exemption.
It's just be like, you can't, it's an airbender tenet that says you can't fight anything except fucking spider vultures.
Yeah.
Screw those bastards.
Footnote, except spider vultures.
Yeah.
Exception made for horrors.
Yes.
Yep.
I just imagine some teacher teaching this, and then one of the kids being like, "Well, enjoy my pet then," and thus you learn the foolishness.
You saw my lessons. Have you seen my lesson plan? Because that sounds suspiciously like what I was planning on doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's important for children to never fight anything except for these. Ha
Think
Don't
fast.
worry, these are babies. That's why there's hundreds of them.
Oh,
no.
God.
Oh,
That's an even more horrifying thought.
yep.
Oh, fantastic.
Paladin.
As I say, next I got Paladin. Tell us a little bit about Narioshi and yourself.
Well, everything you need to know about me, what I did before, is all you need. Hi, instead of my normal plug, I'm gonna plug my boss, Little Red Dot, who is making an RPG game about stoner movies, and she is going to call it "This Game Is Dope."
That's
I
amazing.
like
right?
it.
Right?
Love it.
Right? I
Nice.
couldn't come up with anything better, and
Nice.
that's something. I'm playing in this game we're doing now, Avatar. I am playing Narioshi Ito, a former Fire Nation soldier who is on the path to make up for past misdeeds. And he's doing very well, I think.
Awesome.
That's me.
Let's hop over to B next. Tell us a little bit about Chang Li and yourself.
I'm called B. John. It was Rory as a child.
What?
My middle name's
Hey.
Royal. My middle name's Royal.
Oh,
and I went by
Rory.
Rory until I went to
My
college.
lead.
Do I still get to call you
Yes.
Troll?
I
Yeah.
like Rory.
Okay.
You know what? I like I like all of them. I particularly like Troll. I like B just fine. But it's, I am indifferent to whatever you call me. I really and truly am. I've given up on having preferences on names. Pronouns, however, very firm. Names, whatever. I don't care. But yes, Troll. I like Troll. I forgot what I was saying.
Chun
Tell
Li.
us about your character.
Words. Yeah. Oh, I'll go on to Chun Li. He is a 13-year-old wannabe wrestler who has a good heart but is also an incredibly stupid 13-year-old. So that's basically his whole thing. He refuses to wear shirts or shoes, despite elaborate, cunning plans to trick him into wearing shoes. Yeah, that's generally, he's fun. I like him. That is all.
Awesome. Next, we've got Anina. Tell us a little bit about Vespora and yourself.
Hi there, I'm Anina Kasky. I'm an actor and writer, and also I do the streaming, playing roleplay things. TTRPG player, there we go. That's the word I was looking for. You can find me here on Fridays and also on Bardic Quest, where I play a Viking fighter called Saga. She's badass. But today I'm playing Vespora, and she's a 15-year-old waterbender who thinks waterbending's like so boring, like totally so boring. Your classic, I'm too cool for this 15-year-old. Off we go.
Awesome. That just leaves me. I'm Raven. I am a professional storyteller and game designer and artist, and I do a bunch of other stuff too. You can find all my stuff at theravenevermore.com, which is spelled like my name, RAVYN, evermore.com. And my link tree, which is now in chat, which has links to all my different social media profiles and whatnot. And then I play everything else in our setting here, including a horde of spider vultures, which are now staring at you from around the corner of this tunnel, where Chun-Li thankfully has closed off the tunnel. So there's not tons and tons of them pouring out, but there are several that managed to get out before he closed it off. So what would you like to do? They're just sort of staring at you
How
like
fighting works.
How many are there?
from what you can see at the moment, there's at least 4.
Oh yeah, because we didn't let
Are
it
they
fire.
spider-sized or vulture-sized?
They're vulture-sized with spider legs.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
Do they have wings?
They do have wings. They're basically a picture of vulture,
Okay.
but instead of their normal feet and like tail section, they have spider legs and a spider butt.
Yeah.
Okay, but do the spider feet all have claws on the end of them?
Kind of. They're like the, you know how some spiders will have like that little, like, it's like a toe almost
I try not to think about spiders.
on the end of their legs. It's kind of like that.
Talk to me about the fur collar that they have.
It is white on most of them. A couple of them have various colors from brown. There's one that has a yellow sort of fur collar around their neck. It's seems to be some variation.
Is it feathers or is it like spider hairs?
It's mostly feathers. Like the top half of them mostly looks like just, you know, your standard vulture, but with a little bit more coloration. And what the heck? Let's say they have you know, the multiple eyes. So instead of normal vulture eyes, they've got spider eyes.
A beak. Oh dear, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have nightmares. Great.
The beak probably does have spider fangs, though.
I'm fairly certain I have minor. What's that thing where you can't picture things in your brain?
I know what you're talking
Aphasia?
about.
Aphasia?
Is it aphasia? I think it's called aphasia.
Anyway, I mildly have that, so I can't picture this shit at all.
Oh, that's
I
good.
have a
I mean,
I
I
have
can,
a
but,
mental
like-
eyelid.
Yeah, they do have fangs, but it's behind the beak. So like
Yeah.
once they bite down, like the fangs are in the back.
Oh, terrible.
I wish I could illustrate, because yeah, these things are horrifying.
Yeah, in my head,
Over
it's
there, buddy.
absolutely horrifying.
I'll be your buddies.
I mean, I might have to try.
I think our reluctance to even start this combat is testament to how scary they are.
I was like,
Okay,
hey Raven, what if you
so-
describe them
Well,
instead of us doing anything?
Okay.
Okay, so Vespora's gonna be Vespora, and she's gonna fucking scream because she's a 15-year-old girl who does not like spider.
Okay.
That's
well-
fair.
I'm awake.
Get a light
Well,
going.
I guess I'm awake now because that was my worry is that I wasn't going to be awake. I was gonna wake up for this.
There you go. Strategic screaming.
Perfect. I will also waste my turn by like half asleep, walking out of the tent, and seeing what's up, seeing this, also screaming, like, ah!
I just
And then
imagining
trying
like,
to firebend them away, but I can't firebend anymore, so I just do the pose and nothing happens.
or someone like with a spore clinging to each other.
Oh yeah.
Just like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck!
Definitely.
I'm gonna hurl a rock at them, or see if I can throw one off the side of the cliff. And then
Okay.
Figure out if they fly. So, I believe is a passion roll because of the.
I think you have a move for that makes it that, yeah.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Right. Passion. Oh, I could force them to attack me. Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to just. How do I provoke? Looking to provoke somebody to. Provoke them to
I
attacking
think
me
there's like an
instead.
intimidate. Yeah, there's an intimidate move that you can do.
Yeah.
Let's see. What does it say? When you intimidate an NPC into backing off or giving in, roll with passion. On a hit, they choose one. On a 10 plus, first you pick one they cannot choose. And then there's things like they run to escape or get back up, they back down,
Relations.
etc., etc.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make that roll. I'm gonna do it by like step by like jumping up and just breaking my tent apart
Mhm.
as an intimidation move.
Okay.
So it's gonna be passion. Oh, I think didn't I had a +1 from
yeah.
for attacking somebody on here.
Yep, you do.
So yeah, we'll use that.
So it's a 9. So a mixed success. All right. So on a hit, they choose one. Okay, so you can choose one. Wait. The NPC chooses from the following. On a 10 plus first, you pick one they cannot choose. Okay, so on a 10 plus, you get to pick.
On a mix,
I get to pick. Okay. Let's see. So the options are: they run to escape or get back up. They back down but keep watch. They give in with a few stipulations. They attack you but off balance. And the GM marks a condition on them. I think they're going to back down a bit, but they are going to keep watch. So they're basically just not going to attack right now.
Oh wait, no, this is more than I want to deal with. Okay.
So the 4, you can see the 4, and 2 more come from around the corner. But they don't lunge in. They're sort of just staring at you from this little spot right next to where the tunnel used to be, the tunnel entrance used to be, and half of their little spider eyes are blinking, the other half are not, and they just sort of blink at you, sort of offset, and just go.
I'd like to use my my roll move, which is
Okay.
the Wall of Perfection. Which is I create a perfect wall of defense around myself and my allies directly next to me.
Okay.
So I get to mark 1 fatigue to keep an enemy at bay who attempts to penetrate my, which is going to be a win, like a fuck. It's basically we're in a tornado now.
Okay.
Whoops, I'm panicking.
Is there a roll?
No, I just mark fatigue for it.
Fantastic. Yes, you've got this tornado whirlwind thing going on around you, and again the spider vultures continue to blink and just sort of, and then there's a noise that they make, sort of inside their beaks, as they're just sort of staring at you.
Yeah, so I picture that like someone lets go of a spore and just starts like swinging their heckin' staff around to make this tornado. Like do you see what those things are? Are we seeing this? We're all seeing this, right?
Yeah, definitely. Totally gross things.
Oh, is that
Okay.
your?
Yeah, it's a move that I have. That I'm not sure if it would proc there or if I need to do it again, but
Yeah, you can do that. Before that happens, though, is Vespora doing anything?
She is going to. What's the ground like? Is it grass or is it like
It's pretty rocky.
ground? So it's not like. Basically, what I was wanting to do was grab some water, chuck it on the ground underneath them, and try and make it really muddy, so they get stuck.
Yeah, it's mostly rock and like compressed sand and things like that. You can make it a little muddy, but it's doubtful that they would get stuck.
Okay.
Maybe we threw it into
Okay.
the tornado, and the tornado threw the water at them, and we like spritz them basically.
Bad vulture.
And then they shake out their neck fur like in a commercial way.
Because
It
of-
instantly turns from terrifying to very funny.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Change of plan. I'm going to grab my water skin or whatever we have, and just, you know how Formula One drivers, when they win, they shake up a champagne bottle. It's going to be that
Okay.
with water.
Okay.
Nice.
And you're just
What?
like, are you just trying to get them wet? Or are you thinking like a?
I'm not shampooing them. I'm trying to like pressure wash them away.
Okay, I'm with you
This is
now.
Just want to make them feel like a winner.
Yeah.
Refreshing. It's a refreshing spring.
Come celebrate with us rather than eat us.
Yeah. Okay. So,
So-
what do I roll?
Let's go with passion on that one,
Okay.
because that feels like a
Mm.
reaction. Oh no.
You have a- you
I
have
think
a
I am
roll.
just giving them a nice shower at this point.
You have an advantage if you want.
That is true.
Hmm.
That reminds me, who needs an advantage? Because I have a anniversary thing.
Oh yeah.
Your Kofi
Sub
sub?
anniversary. Yeah.
I'm gonna
it's
save.
the-
I'm gonna
I think
save
the
my advantage.
Twitch one.
Okay.
I'm gonna save it. So
We're gonna roll one of these die hard dice d4s.
I'm gonna fall onto my butt.
No, it was actually to choose a target of the four of you. So instead of hitting the spider vultures, unfortunately, you power wash Narioshi right out of this tornado,
Oh no, my tornado!
sort of off to the side. So
I'm so sorry.
Aw, thank you, Paladin.
Like whatever we get from this thing I just did, none of it's for you.
It was an accident.
Is it going to fly off the cliff? Because if so, I need to do some terrain modification really quickly.
Yeah.
Is that an advantage for everyone? There, Paladin.
Almost everyone.
Almost everyone.
It was
Yeah,
an
there's four.
accident.
And there's 5 of us, so one is excluded.
Okay,
Well, she already has one anyway from me last
Yeah,
week.
it's fine.
that's true. All right, let's get that there, and we need one for Paladin.
I don't know who I gave mine to, but I gave it to somebody.
I was gonna say you can choose, or I can roll a die for it.
Well, we all have one. Let's.
I mean, I don't have one, but
You do.
Yeah.
He did 4, and he said he was excluding Anina.
oh, that's right.
Because I
Yeah.
pressure washed them by
That's-
accident.
That's right.
Yeah.
I do get
I-
one.
Apparently, Raven's dice did that. too.
I think I'm going to give Anina one
Aww.
so that she doesn't kill us.
Nariosh is already gone. Bye.
Fair. That's totally
she
fair.
has the ability to not kill us. In the
All right.
That
So
is totally fair.
also, I was busy talking earlier, so I missed the hello to Zeus TV. I think I'm saying that right. Welcome in. Thanks for the follow. All right. So we got all the advantages distributed. So yeah, Narioshi, you've got your fire bending stance. reaction, and then all of a sudden you get hit with a stream of water and pushed out of a tornado, sort of off to the side, not directly into the spider vultures, but you are closer to them, and you are no longer inside Somo's defense barrier.
All right. I will
I like
use
to-
the giant club thing I have that I keep forgetting the name of. It's
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kanabo. There we go.
How about this?
I will use that to drag myself. I'll drag it across the ground to slow myself down and regain, my composure.
That's very cool.
I think it's my
alright.
turn, by the way. So
Yeah.
I'll get up. I'll see one of the spiders next to me, and I'll swing it awkwardly just to get the thing out of my face. Like, there's no skill here. There's just panicked swinging.
Okay, let's go with a passion roll for that then.
Let's see what we got. A horrible miss. Perfect.
No.
I love it.
So with a failed roll on that one, you do have an advantage if you want to use it. It's up to you.
God, no. This is
Okay.
fun.
The club unfortunately slips from your hand because they're so wet now because you got water blasted, and goes sort of spinning into the group. Let's call them a murder of spider vultures. That seems fitting for what they are. So into this little murder of spider vultures, antagonizing them, and so they now are getting ready to attack. Chung Li.
There's
Yes.
actually, fascinatingly, multiple terms for a group of vultures.
Oh, really?
Depending on
Awake,
what they are doing.
according to.
So
I'm
if
just
they are in
Googling.
flight, it is a kettle.
Kettle.
If they are in a tree or on a fence post, it's a committee. And if they are feeding, it's a wake.
That's so wild.
That's
Fun
awesome.
fact.
That's
That makes
cool.
me that all makes me very happy.
Yeah.
So B, you did the stand and fight. So basically, you're trying to taunt them, right?
Yeah. Taunt them into attacking me specifically, and then if I, and if I roll, see what happens. Yeah, it makes success. So I don't get to clear a condition or get fatigue. They just are going to need to come attack me.
Okay. A couple of them do. They come try to get at you. But presumably you are in Somo's defense barrier.
I think I'm either there or or on the edges of it. I'm not sure how close all of our tents were.
Okay. But they try to get at you, and they're unable to. So they're sort of flapping just on the edges of this tornado.
They have their wings out.
They do. A couple of them do go attack Nariyoshi. So not all of them do because of your move, but a couple of them do. So Nariyoshi, do you have any sort of defensive moves for your playbook? Or would you like to do
Defensive
anything
moves.
specific?
I don't really have moves. I just increase my stats. So, no.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do is this.
So graceful.
All right, let's try rely on your skills and training.
Clearly, I've done this before. Prepared for this moment.
Weren't you in the military? Is that your backstory?
Yeah. Total military move.
Mhm.
Such training.
The
Oh
doggy
man, it's a
paddle.
full success.
Nice.
Yes.
Such
My
training.
trainer now. Lie on the floor, Nariyoshi. Swing your arms wildly. Yes, you are doing it.
You are the spider monkey.
Oh my god.
And that's what he
Turtle.
learned, that his teacher was drunk the entire time.
So, is that actually what you do, or would you like to describe?
yeah.
Oh,
That-
perfect.
Doesn't that make sense?
Actually,
Yeah.
if you get low,
Spider
this is gonna
things?
work out for me.
All right. So yeah, you're able to drop down and wave your arms, and it's distracting enough that they just sort of hover around you instead of actually attacking you right
Yeah,
now.
I just slap it a couple of times accidentally.
Yeah. You do get that, like, your hand brushes one of their legs a bit awkwardly, and you get to feel those little, like, coarse hairs that are on their legs, and it's a little creepy, a little bit of a creepy sensation, but you're fine. Somo, what would you like to do now?
I'd like to disperse my tornado out violently.
Ooh.
Someone's having a little bit of panic in the moment that like Narioshi gets thrown out. Someone's just like, shit, gotta do something. Just throw tornado. I don't know what I would have to roll for that though. Can it be harmony or focus?
You can do focus.
Which is not what I'm doing right now, but that's okay. We'll say that someone's like, oh, stop panicking and focus.
I'm gonna say focus because you'll need to focus to make sure that you don't hit Narioshi with this, because
That's why I'm glad he's on the ground now.
because he is outside of it. Yeah.
Please. Mixed.
Mixed success. So you are able to,
And multiple of them
push.
had their wings open.
yeah, you push this thing out, and it does, the four that are flying around, it pushes them out of the way. They have to try and regain their control while they're flying, and they've decided that perhaps this meal is more trouble than it's worth, and they sort of fly away. Narioshi, you don't take the full brunt of this because you're on the ground, but it does start pushing you towards the edge of the camp area. Could I have you make a focus roll to stop yourself?
But we will do our best to catch you in a second.
Full success.
Nice.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, you go ahead and tell us how you stop yourself from going to the edge of this cliffside.
I think I start to get pushed, then immediately get back up and in an actual like stance to where I'm more solidly grounded.
Awesome.
Because a full success is real good, so I think I just get back to fighting mode.
Like pushes you up, like you do a somersault into the stance. You're just like, yeah.
Yeah, I think the somersault might be a tad much, but
I'm having a cool thought.
yeah.
There are two left. They are still sitting at where the entrance to the tunnel was. They're not like flapping their wings like to fly, but they are like bringing them out to make themselves look bigger, and they're making a lot of noises. So believe Vespora, it would
still has to
be
go.
your turn next.
So, are they still there, or were they leaving?
They're still there.
Mm,
They've not been scared off, but 4 of them have been.
okay. So I'm gonna give my previous plan one more try because I have advantage. So if it goes wrong,
Least won't die.
come on, it can't go wrong twice.
You say that, but
Let's see.
There's a reason I always give you the advantage.
There you go. Full success.
Nice. You are able to
Ye of little faith.
pull that water back to you and go ahead and describe how
Pattern
you
recognition,
hit these
faith.
2 vultures.
Basically, like I give the water bottle like a shake, like it's broken remote, and then I try again. And this time it works.
Nice. Yeah, you hit them square in the face, and they make a lot of protesting "Rah!" noises and skitter
Is it-
away.
Is it enough to physically push them
Yes, yes, they get knocked back and then skitter away. And that seems to be all of them that are here now.
I'll run over to Chang. Chang, are you all right?
I'm doing fine.
The time was
No,
awesome.
Yoshi, I'm so
Turn
sorry.
around.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, it's fine. I'm not hurt. I'll check Chang's body for spider bites because I'm worried now.
I never got. They never got close enough. It's fine. I'm good.
I'll give you a hug.
I'm good. Yeah.
Chang was
I will
awesome.
let
Did you see the way that
myself
he
be
like
Scared.
he got them to get into the air and that was very aggro.
I've
I
gotten
don't think
really
that
good
word
at
exists,
pissing
but-
people off.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I've never
you.
seen creatures like this.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Mm.
Gross.
The name of the avatar were they thinking when they made that one?
Perhaps we should not travel through the tunnel.
Yeah, I'd have to open it up anyway. Can I sleep for another like 45 minutes or something? I'm just gonna lay down. I'm like,
Do we really want to sleep here?
But what if there's more?
fine.
Chang
Yeah.
could make us a
I'm going to make
Yeah,
a
like
quick
that.
fire, nevertheless.
maybe we should have a
Just
hole in
in
the top then
case.
for the smoke.
We'll make it like actually in my head have designed how his little multi-tent thing would work.
Oh, I want to
You
hear
get,
about
the, you,
this.
get the fire in the middle, and then each person has their own little earth tent sort of
Oh,
spouting out from it. So the heat's going to come in and radiate through the stone, but the smoke's not going to get caught up in there, and everybody's going to be warm, and they can sort of either close off or he can seal off the one end,
That's really cool.
so
Oh.
it's defensible.
that's nice.
This is really well made.
Yeah. Must have really
Oh,
thought
look,
of
there he
this.
goes.
He learned building from his old man, which I mean me. Remember how I built my own house?
Out of wood.
Yes, out of wood. This is not wood.
Stone's
Carpentry
just the
was not
wood
his
of the dirt.
Well, let's try at least to get a few more, a little more sleep.
Spara,
Yeah.
do you want to stay with me?
Yeah, I can't sleep.
We'll just fell up in one of the bunk
Yeah,
areas, like,
yeah, yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
I just realized Chung Lee's been half asleep this entire fight. So they're like, wake him up. I was like, oh, okay, crush the tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, okay. Okay, we're done. All right, tent and
That's kind of terrifying.
It
Yeah.
is.
yeah. He's got a knack.
The rest of the evening is relatively uneventful. If anybody stays awake for a lot of the night, you probably hear a little bit of skittering leg sounds outside the tent at one point, but they go away. Like you can tell that they are walking away from the tent. And then before you know it, it's the next day, and the sun's coming up. And what do you do with the morning?
Kill it.
We kill the sun.
Kill the morning.
Done.
Kill the morning.
I've already thought of this.
Perfect.
They're gonna have a spear made out of dirt.
Oh my
Presumably
god.
Soma will be out of the earth tent as soon as
Yeah,
it's daybreak.
I'll clean up the fire I made.
Hmm.
Maybe keep like a torch. for the-
Possibly
the-
literally up through the top.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, it's daytime, bye.
So,
um,
Mo, not
And he's
everyone
gonna
can do that.
crush the earth tent, and then move it around to kind of grind the fire down. Make
Okay.
sure that it's fully out.
you
As he
are
was taught.
Benders.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw some water at that spot just in case.
fantastic. Yeah, you easily put the fire out. You can see outside the tent there are some tracks of where it looks like one of those spider vultures was walking around, and then it went off into the mountains. Aside from that, there's really no signs of any danger or any problems or anything like that. It's a nice morning. It's a little chilly because you're a little ways up the mountain, but A little breezy, but it's a nice sunny day. And do you stick around here and make food and eat, or do you get started right away?
I think
while
this is a
everybody
get
else is-
started right away
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Chung Li is gonna want to eat. Like he did a lot. There's
That's
a lot
fair.
of bending and stuff, so he's gonna want to eat something.
Well, we'll just give you like a bun,
Yeah,
something we
and
had
then
prepared.
he'll like try and sneak like 2 more while he thinks no one else is looking. Very hungry.
While everyone else is getting
Hungry
ready
lad.
to go, someone will
Yeah.
do like a morning, I guess, martial arts kind of. I cannot remember the word of the.
Tai Chi?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Meditative morning wake up routine.
All right.
Did you want to spar?
Hmm?
Did you want to spar?
I'm always down for
No.
sparring. Sparring an option? Yes.
I'm good. This is
What?
just
Oh,
normal.
The spore is just like combing her hair because that's what she's doing. She'd be like,
Mm.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
I can turn to Noriyoshi. You want to spar? Eh?
Perhaps
I
not.
promise not to break your hand again.
I'm sure you will do just fine. But no, I don't think you need the practice.
Okay.
Did very well last night. I was a mess, however. Very embarrassed.
I mean,
Yeah.
the sword did kind of hit you in the face with.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are all just starting out together. It is normal for us to have growing pains.
I'm usually far more accurate with, water. And
The
this is
second one
why
was
I
really
hate
good.
being a waterbender. It just goes everywhere. It doesn't listen to you.
Water,
Stupid
it's rough and it's coarse and it gets everywhere.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about
Exactly.
sand or are we talking about
does.
water? Because that sounds a lot more like sand.
Oh, well. Anyway,
Speaking of which,
I would-
I'm going to empty and then get new sand and fill his pants with entirely new sand.
New
Okay.
pants sand.
I know I said last night that I would prefer to avoid the cave, but upon reflection, I think it is a fear I should conquer, and it is the most direct route. So,
No, I don't want to go in that cave.
Is there gonna be more of those things in there?
Well,
probably.
if we're in a cave, then we're in a. I mean, at least from my perspective, we're in a much safer position than out in the open air. Particularly if those
See,
things
and
fly.
it's the opposite for me.
But they fly.
Someone just does like a little puff of air.
if you are too frightened to go in the cave, in the tunnel, that is fine. I understand.
I mean,
What's the other
I
route?
was thinking about I could probably make some like steps along the outside if we don't want to use the cave.
And the other way is the normal way.
Oh, okay.
So, Mo, you have the map. You can see there that it is perhaps a bit longer. You do have the map, right?
Yes, just a second. Someone just like starts digging through their bag and stuff like. Definitely have the map. I definitely have the map. They stop. They're like, "Wait, do I have my? Okay, do my scroll." Yes.
Are we gonna die? Because it kind of feels like we're gonna die.
When you
Little whisper to Noriyoshi.
when you get the map out, you can see that yes, there is the normal way that it's much more narrow, the trail past the campsite, and it will take a lot longer than this tunnel will.
We don't even know if the tunnel goes all the
Yeah.
way through.
Can
I mean that's fair.
would I be able to at least make it a little safer, but like just like bumping up little
Yeah,
walls and whatnot as we're going along the narrow path?
guess we
yeah.
should-
I think we did rolls for that last time.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, you can do that. You're good. Or you can go through the tunnel. Which is a fair point. You actually don't know that it goes all the way through and that it's faster because you haven't heard the story of this secret tunnel through the mountain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I
Just
never
waiting for
will.
every opportunity to say that.
Yup, because it's my favorite thing ever.
Okay, do we want to go over or through?
It is up to you. I will not
Well-
force you to go through the tunnel if you are too
Through-
frightened.
Through makes me better able to protect everybody, and over makes you better able to protect everybody. So,
I,
I mean,
I think that you're better at protecting people, though. Not really good at.
you were really fine. Like that whole whatever the spinny wind thing. Like I don't even know. Was I dreaming that happened? Right.
that happened.
Okay. It's all a little fuzzy.
I mean,
I
I
was
kind
very
of just
tired.
panicked, honestly.
I've never seen much airbending, so this is all very interesting. Perhaps as we walk,
Yeah.
you can explain more about how it works and how it is different from
Yeah.
other bending.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh no, now I have to know how airbending works.
hmm
Why would you do this to me, Paladin?
I am the worst.
Well,
Well,
there's that one episode where Aang is learning earthbending that actually tells you a lot about how airbending works.
Yeah.
Yep,
Is there
just gotta
is-
remember
there's a
lot of
that.
teaching
Because they're in direct
Korra.
opposite. They're like direct opposition
Yeah, because
philosophically.
like earthbending is like
nope. We don't
You
bend.
don't move.
We don't break. We don't move. Like
Oh,
I
no,
tell
I
you
can-
what to
I-
do, and you.
I got this. It's like
Yeah.
it's Legend of Korra handled it really well too.
Yeah.
She struggled so much with airbending.
Yeah.
maybe we toss a coin for it. Yeah.
We could, but if the coin lands on the tunnel, will you be very sad?
I
Say
mean,
my coin
if
tosses.
it's a lot faster, then I guess it makes sense.
You
and,
can
know,
see
we
on the
can-
map. Excuse me. I'll take the
I-
map from someone and I'll show it to.
It's covered in sand for some reason. Like they pulled it out of their bag, but it is covered in sand.
Also, the tunnel is not on the map.
Can I try and see how much I can sense of the tunnel?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
You can use.
The tunnel would go about here, and this is the normal way. So you can see that it is significantly longer. But of course, the normal way is better
Yeah, I was
explored.
gonna say. I think you can use whichever stat you'd like for this one,
Okay.
because
then
most
I-
anything but passion, I think, because
Oh.
Aw.
creativity, focus, or harmony it would all make
Dude.
sense for this particular task.
I'll do creativity then.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah.
Uh,
Success.
get a pretty good sense of the tunnel. It's
Walk up, slam my foot down, close my eyes.
yeah, it curves around a bit, and you can kind of sense that the direction and that it goes after the curve is going to take you right where you're wanting to go.
That's convenient.
Yeah, it curves when it goes right where we want. It goes right where we want.
You can also sense that it's not empty. There are definitely a number of spider vultures in the tunnel.
Yeah.
And there's also water in the tunnel, like an underground river type deal.
I'm gonna mention all of this as I'm sensing it.
Would you like to flip the coin?
Mm. Two of our party will have what they need down there then to fight.
Technically, you will too. I mean, unless we start breathing sand or something. Then...
Okay, I'll flip the coin. Heads, tunnel, tails. We go the long way. Okay.
Are we flipping an actual coin or are we like rolling a D2?
I have no
Is there a
idea.
D2?
Up
There's
to
no
you.
D2.
You could roll a d2 and roll
Well, you
12.
do a
D2.
D6. Odds are even. Odds are even.
Oh,
on
yeah, yeah.
D6 also works.
That's
Okay.
true.
Odds are evens on any
Let's do a
coin.
D6 odds and evens.
Which one's odds? Is that tails?
Odds is heads.
Okay.
Normally, I
Yeah.
have a coin that I keep
Those
in my
heads are
pocket
odd.
for these sorts of situations.
It's heads.
But I don't have it on me.
It's heads.
So
Which
tunnel,
one did I
right?
say? Tunnel, yeah.
Tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm
It's the
going
tunnel.
To...
Vulture
You are
tunnel.
accepting
Tunnel.
of this result?
Vulture tunnel.
We're going.
All right.
I'll clear the entrance, and I'll send probably. I'll try and send half the rubble down, so it sort of rattles up and kind of scares the vultures I sensed. So they're at least not literally just waiting in ambush.
Yeah.
Then I'll throw the other. Then I'll throw the other bits of the rubble back behind us.
All right, you were able to do so, and there's no signs that the spider vultures were there at the entrance and waiting or anything like that.
Mhm.
So it's all clear, and you are able to go into the tunnel.
I should bring torches.
I was gonna say, do you have a light
torch.
source?
I have a torch. I got it from
Perfect.
the morning fire.
I have feet. I have bare feet. That's what I have.
I'm gonna stick
That's
with
why he
Nario.
insists on not wearing shoes.
Where did you get bear feet? Did you go kill
find a bear?
what's his name's bear?
I know a guy, and I own a machete. So that's really just how it works out.
Raven, I killed everything here with my bare hands. Bare hands.
Yep. What? Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh goodness.
That makes me want to play a werebear so bad. I have a right to bear arms.
Oh my god.
All just pun based.
It's fantastic.
Pun
So-
combat.
Yeah, you're able to start going through this tunnel. As you walk, it's pretty clear. It's very smooth and cylindrical. So the ceiling and the walls and everything, it's basically like a big cylinder.
Cylindrical?
Mm-hmm. Like if you put a
This-
cylinder on its
Including
side.
the floor?
The floor has leveled out a bit.
It's been padded.
Yeah. But like the walls curve down into the floor. And the ceiling is curved. There are some stalactites. Those are the ones on the ceiling, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're holding
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah. There's some of those. And you can hear water down the tunnel a little ways.
Yep. Espora feels at ease when she hears the water.
Anything that you want to do, like before you get further down into the tunnel? Anything you want to talk about or look for?
I'm mostly focusing on keeping as much of the what's going on in front of us in the dark, with the earth sense.
Okay. Let's do another roll for that.
Creativity again, or
For this one specifically, focus,
focus? Okay. That's
Which
why
I will-
remove the minus.
which I will explain.
Okay, that's a woof. Oof.
Okay. So
Ooh, ow.
you try to sense what's coming up ahead, but for some reason, the water that's sort of rushing along the ground completely disorients your sort of earth sense there.
Okay.
You get a little dizzy because it just sort of throws you off.
Yeah.
But that's like the only negative effect. But you're not really able
Okay.
to sense anything. But you do know there's water up ahead.
Water up ahead.
Yeah. I felt it.
As you continue
So at
walking,
least I can, do something if we see more of those creepy things.
speaking of that, as you continue along the tunnel, you start to see rather large cobwebs, like really, really big areas of cobweb that are just hanging from the stalactites and from the sides of the tunnel. And do you touch any of them or do anything with them, or just
if
avoid
they're
them?
within reach, I'll hold the torch to them to get rid of them a little.
Okay. The
I won't
other
go out of my way to do that, but
And then
Yeah.
we set the whole tunnel on fire.
they are extremely
hashtag
flammable.
whoops.
And burn up very quickly. But thankfully, like it doesn't start a chain reaction or anything. It's just the clump that you put the torch to catches on fire and burns up very quickly. So there's some smoke in the air, but that's about it. It smells a bit like burnt hair, so it's kind of gross. Anything else?
Well, the Spora walks like she's trying not to touch any of it. She's like, eh.
All right.
At some point, I imagine that like Zhongli has like spider webs literally like hanging from his head, like from his face and all that, because he just doesn't care.
Mommy.
It is very sticky, and it's almost like if you were to take like the fake spider web that you get at Halloween, and then dip that in the sort of sticky motor oil.
Oof.
Ooh.
All right.
That's kind of the texture and the sensation from it. So you've got this, hanging off of you, and
All right.
eventually you can see just up ahead, so sort of at the edge of your vision with the light, you can see this sort of underground river that's kind of carved its way across the tunnel. So it's coming from one of the walls where the wall has been eroded away a bit, and there is like a heavy stream or a small river, kind of either or, that's running across the floor, and it looks like it's also carved an exit through the opposite side of the tunnel wall. And on the opposite side of the river are 3 spider vultures that are drinking from it. They do not seem to have noticed you at the moment, and that's where we're going to take a break. So we'll be back in about 15 minutes. So go grab snacks, drinks, whatever you need, and we'll be right back. There we go. Sorry, that took a couple extra seconds. But as I mentioned before we went on break, at the edge of your vision in this tunnel, you can see that river sort of cutting right across the path of the tunnel. And there are a couple of those spider vultures that are just, chilling, drinking some water, and they haven't noticed you. There's a loud sort of squawk and more of that noise as one of them kind of gets annoyed at the other. Maybe it was just drinking from its spot or something, and they sort of fight back and forth a little bit, and then settle back down and keep drinking. But they are directly in the path of where you have to go. So
We can't sneak past them?
You can certainly try. That would
I'm
be
thinking bowling for spider vultures.
Do we have any meat?
I mean, the Spora, if they're right in front of the water, the Spora would try some water bending.
That is certainly an option.
Well, feeling like she didn't contribute much to the last one, she's gonna do it. Like the impulsive person
good.
she is.
Here's how that goes. So I'm like, we should sneak past, and then you
Yeah.
you step
Yeah.
forward to do the thing.
Yes,
And be awesome.
exactly. That was exactly what she would do. She is infuriating. So what she's attempting is for the water to kind of scoop around them and pull them in to the river. Like
Ooh,
kind of hands coming out of the water and going.
oh, I love that.
Once I see what she's doing, can I try and support by trying to knock them off their feet? Try
Shake the
and
ground.
give her some kind of bonus.
Yeah, that should work.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a help out.
What shall I roll?
Let's go with creativity for this one, and then
Creativity for me too.
you could use passion for this one to support.
Sweet.
Yes. Eat those water hands, spiders.
Oof. Well,
This water got hands.
So Chun-Li, unfortunately,
I don't like this tunnel.
in your eagerness to help, you lose your footing a little bit and slip and fall on your butt. But Vespora, you are successful. Go ahead and describe for us how this works.
So it literally looks like two hands that come out, two watery, massive hands come out of the water and scoop around them and then pull them in.
Yeah, there's
Splash, splash, splash.
there is a very brief followed by and you can see them kind of get swept into the current of this river, and they are inside the mountain now.
Bye. And she stands there looking quite smug. Like, yeah. I
Good
just
job.
did it. Thanks.
Well done.
That's one way to deal with that for sure.
She flicks her
Yeah.
hair.
Pull myself off my ass.
I'm gonna offer a hand to Chun-Li.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I guess water
I'll go
bending isn't
see,
lame after
like
all.
what happened to the spiders in the river.
Sorry, what was that, Paladin?
I'll go see. I'll go look into the river where the spiders were pulled to see.
Oh, okay. I presume you have the torch, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. As you put the torch towards the hole where the water goes through, and look down, you can see there's a pretty steep drop off, not too far into the hole, and clinging to a couple of rocks that are on the very edges of that drop off are a couple of those spider vultures who are very wet and upset looking, and their eyes sort of glow, that sort of reflection of the torchlight as they look
Oh,
up
they're
at
still
you.
alive. We should get out of here.
They don't look like they'll be following you anytime soon, but they are still alive and there.
Wet and
Yeah, I don't
pissed.
think it worked
Yep.
as a charm person, this attack, so let's keep going.
Have you met this Spora?
Well, I was
She's charming in her own way.
Yeah.
I was gonna like collapse the part of the tunnel that the thing went through, but then I thought even Chung Li is gonna have this moment of wait, that's gonna flood the entire tunnel and we're gonna drown.
Yep. I was gonna say you absolutely can do so.
Yeah. I mean, he's dumb, but he's not that dumb.
Well, the water can make its way back the way we came.
Yeah.
We'll just create a new waterfall at the back.
Yeah.
that you'll have to ride down.
It'll be fine.
People
I
pay
can
good money
wall
for
run.
things like this.
It's true. Speaking of the water, you do have to cross it, and it's just a little bit too wide to like hop over. Unless you're Somo, yeah. So this is a pretty easy hazard to get over for benders, but if you mess up, that current is rather swift. So how would each of you like to cross this? It's probably about 15 to 20 feet across.
Can I try and make a little like earth bridge?
You absolutely can.
Okay, so it would be creativity.
Yeah, that seems like a good stat for that.
Creative thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
Okay, I was worried it was gonna be another failure.
I walk across
I
that
saw
bridge.
Yeah.
I saw the red move, and I thought there was another red coming up, and I was like, no.
No.
Oh look, yeah. I don't need 4 of this.
All right, 13 full success. Yeah. What does this bridge look like?
I think it like comes out of the one side and just like kind of like bridges over. Like when you see, like it almost looks like a naturally occurring like one of those the arches or whatnot. Like it
Okay.
looks fully like with the 13, we say it looks like fully natural, like it was supposed to be there.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make that, and it's nice and sturdy, and you're all able to walk across. Unless somebody's
It has
wanting to
little-
show off and
I
try
don't think it
something
has
else.
it has like guard rails, but it has little posts on the side, so you can sort of grab onto it if need be.
Okay.
Totally natural looking.
Yeah.
Well, like stalagmites, the little stalagmites along the side that you could grab onto if you needed.
I follow.
Yeah.
All right, then. Yeah, you're
Totally natural, yes.
You're able to get across. There's a lot more spider web on the walls as you're going through. It seems to get a little bit heavier, and there are little holes in the walls now that you can see. Anything you want to
Should have
investigate,
left a
or
warning at the start of this tunnel.
anything
Like
that you
holes
want
that
to
things can come out of? That kind of holes?
like
Yes.
Presumably.
that might house a spider vulture? Yeah.
Yeah, so a peekaboo. Oh, a peekaboo hole. Fab. Let's play Whack-A-Vulture.
Okay. Do you want to do anything with those, or do you want to just try and sneak by?
Sneak by.
Like to just sneak by.
Yeah, attempt sneaking.
All right, let's do a. Unless you have a move specific to this, let's call this a harmony roll.
Whoops.
Okay.
Good shit.
It's a fail for Narioshi. You do have advantages, just a
Sorry.
reminder.
Oh.
Mix for Somo. Fail for Vespora.
I mean, it kind of feels pointless to use the advantage at this point if we're
Yeah.
failing as a group.
Oh, you both have them, so I mean, you could both.
All right,
Oh my
someone's gone by.
goodness.
Yeah. We just all step on a spider.
And then each other.
Someone's
Okay.
disappeared down the tunnel.
So we're gonna do this. You're all being sneaky, and Narioshi, Chung-Li, and Vespora you're a little bit ahead of Somo at the moment, and you go around sort of like a blind corner, and find yourself suddenly stuck in a spider web that has kind of mostly covered the tunnel. And Somo, you can see that they are all stuck in this web. as you come right behind them, and you manage to not get stuck yourself.
I dropped the torch. I didn't mean to, but you know. Whoa.
Okay. The torch is just lying on the ground.
I'm gonna pick that up
Okay.
and be like, would it be bad to set it on fire, or should I? Does anyone have a knife? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
I do have a knife. If you think that would work better.
Is the fire gonna get caught on you if I set fire? Please help! I don't know what I'm doing.
It does seem to burn quite brightly.
If you tell me where the knife is, I can try and find it.
I mean, you're caught in a web too. I can find it.
Yeah. Maybe I can read.
Spora, can you perhaps wash us off this?
Oh,
I don't
that's a
know.
good idea. Yeah, I'll try that.
Okay.
Okay. Have your
Rinse
water
us.
ready. Actually,
Mm.
I'm gonna do something stupid.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna-
Yay!
I'm setting the web on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My hand's ready.
The world suddenly goes into slow motion as things are going to be happening very rapidly here. So, Sobo, you set the web on fire, and because we're in slow motion here, we can see the fire steadily creeping up, because it is burning very quickly, and this fire is now getting close to your friends. The Spora,
Hmm.
how would you like to solve this problem?
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and get a wave coming out from the little river to just, because I'm panicking, just wash over us.
Okay. Go ahead and let's go with passion for this one.
Yes.
Yay!
Dope bad. Ooh.
All right, so full success. You are able to put the fire out. The combination of the web burning and putting the fire out is enough that the three of you are able to break free out of this webbing without being burned.
But we are
Um,
soaking wet now, like
Yeah, you managed to
wet
not
dog.
hit the torch, so you
Good
still
thing
have
I'm
light.
holding the torch over here.
But the three of you, yes, are soaking wet.
I'm going to feel around to see if there's any damage on the mask, and then very discreetly see if Noriyoshi will look to see if there's any damage to it.
Oh.
Aw.
I'll motion to get the torch back so I can actually see.
I'll hand it back, and then I'll probably go high five the Spora.
I'll
Nice.
inspect the mask.
The mask seems to be fine.
Don't worry.
Hmm.
You are okay. It's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Kind of shaking water off myself. Ugh.
We have a towel
The
somewhere.
waterbender just bend it out.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I shake while I'm doing it. You know.
Bend yourself out.
Yeah, you can do that. I won't make you roll for that.
I'm gonna dump the
Just
wet
happens.
sand out of my pants and keep an eye out for any dry sand.
All right.
New sand.
There should be some once you get out of the tunnel.
Yeah. I'm naked
Speaking
without my sand.
speaking of which, that was a lot of commotion and a lot of pulling on web.
Mhm.
So now that the four of you are all free and able to move around, you hear just a chorus of
Oh no.
Perhaps we should leave the drying for when we are out of here. Let's go.
behind you, and if anybody happens to look back, you can see little legs. Well, I guess they're rather large legs actually, but spider legs coming out of these holes as they're pulling themselves out.
Thankfully, I know to never look back.
um,
That feels like it's a deeper character thing than
Yeah.
just that.
It's not true though. He looks back all the time.
Mm.
Let's run.
sounds like a good plan. So
Actually, I'm probably running way faster right now because I don't have like a
Yeah.
whole bunch
Sand
of
in your pants?
think it might actually be part of the idea is that sort of like weighing down your legs so you train.
Like training weights.
The training weights, yeah, he just does it with.
That's
Sam
actually a
'cause he's-
bad idea I've learned from, myth busting things.
Yeah.
Um,
But he's a 13-year-old idiot, so I'm gonna go. with that
He
one.
watches a lot of
Well, if
anime.
Goku does
Yeah.
it.
I was gonna say in Dragon Ball Z, it's a good
I don't know. I
thing.
watched Rock Lee, man, and he was like really cool when he did
That's
that.
very
And
cool.
Avatar is is pretty much an anime, so
This is true.
it might work here. Unless you have a move that would apply, let's rely on your skills and training to rush out of here without getting caught in more spider webs or slipping or things like that.
Oh, come on.
Oh my goodness.
Meh.
Acceptable, I guess.
Make
Oh.
success. Then for Chun-Li,
Oh, what am I rolling? Sorry.
Rely on your skills
Skills and training.
skills and training unless you have
Training.
unless you have another move that would work.
Is with focus.
I think so.
Yeah, it chooses focus by stabbing.
Okay.
Okay.
Mixed success for everybody but Nariyoshi. So the three of you get out
Bye.
of the tunnel. Nariyoshi gets eaten by spider vultures, and it's a really sad moment.
Run, you fool!
Yeah.
I'll be back once I've leveled up.
Once you've
I have to
fought
die.
it
Taking all the loot from the
Yeah.
boss fights.
No, it's not actually what happens. The three of you though are able to get to the exit of the tunnel, albeit not gracefully. There's lots of tripping over yourselves, and a sleeve gets caught on some spider web, and you have to like tear it free and then keep running. Nariyoshi,
What if I get bit?
you turn into a zombie.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
No, I
this
mean
is
like that's my
Spider
reward, my,
Yoshi.
my
Walking Dead.
result from failing the roll. That'd be dramatic.
It would be dramatic.
Like
So
an excellent cliffhanger.
yeah,
Wouldn't it?
that would be, yeah. Now you're giving me ideas.
I was just thinking cliffhangers. That's all I did as a GM last season was just like, how do I
did so good.
cliffhang this?
Yeah, no, you you do trip, and you are significantly behind Somo, Vespora, and Chong-Li, and you can hear these spider vultures getting closer and closer as you're scrambling to try to get up off the ground. And that's when you feel something that it almost feels like a sticky rope sort of lash around your ankle.
Oh no.
And as you you don't look back, so you don't look back and see it, but you feel it. You're being dragged backwards. What do you do?
Oh, I'll turn around to see what's going on.
You can see one of these spider vultures has slung out a web. So you've got this vulture on spider legs, and the little spider abdomen is sort of curled underneath of it, and it's using those legs to pull you in while its wings are extended, and it's sort of looming there, pulling you towards it. And there are more behind it that are coming.
That sounds like a Bolin for spider vultures situation. If I know that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to firebend again,
Okay.
and this time give myself the option to succeed. What would I roll to like push past my mental blocks?
I think this is going to be passion.
Passion.
Firebending is mostly passion.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense to me. Mixed.
Big success. You are. What are you hoping to accomplish with your firebending? Put it this way.
I wanted to let go. That's the main thing.
Okay.
So I want to shoot a gout of flame at it. Is that the right word? Gout?
It
Got it.
sounds.
Bout? I don't know. A burst.
Burst, yeah. There's a word I'm thinking of that I can't think of fully. Anyways, I know what you mean. So yeah, you shoot a burst of flame at the spider vulture, and the sticky rope that's around your ankle starts to disintegrate in this flame as it sort of catches on fire and quickly burns out, so it doesn't hurt you. In the process, you light up the tunnel, and you can see there are dozens of these things coming out of those little nest holes, and they sort of all recoil as it's very bright, which is a bit of a mixed success as well, because you do buy yourself a little bit of time because they are sensitive to the light. However, you've also pissed them all off further, so they are going to start running after you a little bit faster. But you have time to get up and start running.
I do so.
Somo, Vespora, and Chungli, is there anything that you want to do to try to help to get
Yes.
Narioshi out of this tunnel faster?
Yes.
Bowling for spider vultures. I'm going to get a big rock and I'm going to hurl it at the spider vulture that is messing with my dad.
All right, go ahead and let's do passion on this one.
Oh yeah. This one's definitely passion.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Full success. Go ahead and describe how this rock just bowls through all
Right.
these spider
He-
vultures.
He turns and he sees what's fully going on. Immediately sees that Noriyoshi's in trouble. Just slams his foot down, and a chunk of the floor just like shoots up, and then he punches it, and then he just punches it, and it just like flies straight forward right into the huge mass of the spider vultures, particularly the one that's holding Noriyoshi.
I
love
dodge
that.
it.
Yes. So yeah, it hurls down the tunnel, and then you hear the impact as it's hitting each one of these things, and there's lots of feathers that fly up in the air, and there's just like noise. There's a clear path, and they're all struggling to regroup. The ones that were to the sides and didn't get hit, but there's spider vulture bodies flying everywhere, so it's just pure chaos for them, which gives Nariyoshi plenty of time to catch up to you all, and you are able to get out of the tunnel, which I presume you immediately close.
Oh, I am also going to yell and then completely disavow that he said it. It said like, that's what you get for messing with my dad, and then. But then he's gonna pretend that he didn't say that from here on.
Yeah.
out.
I'm far
Of
too
course.
scared, so I'm just like outside. Oh.
Close it, close it, close it, close it, close it.
Was it?
Right, gonna crush the side of the tunnel.
Yep.
That was scary. Did you see how many there were?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did they get me? No.
You just have cobwebs.
Good thing that
on
you had that torch.
Yes. Ooh. Oh, wow. All of
Well,
you
what's
all right?
faster?
Vespora's gonna use what water is already on Nariyoshi to like wash away the cobweb nastiness.
That's
Yeah.
handy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good work,
Feel
John.
like someone's gonna collapse in a pile on the ground.
Has
I'm
go ahead, sorry.
I'm so glad you're an earthbender.
Mhm.
me too.
All right, I know we all need rest, but I would like to put slightly more distance between us and this.
Yeah.
cave.
Yeah.
I am going to try and seal up the tunnel a little bit more, like probably raise up like some rock from in front of where I collapsed it, just sort of like clamp it down on top,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
just
So
put
can
more
you
just put
please
more
leave a
rubble and
note?
stuff.
To explain to other people who might have made this tunnel that it is infested with spider vultures.
Yeah, you're able to do
Yes.
all of those things without really any problem. It just takes a little time.
Don't open spider vultures
Vultures.
inside.
Yeah.
Don't spider open vultures.
Yeah.
As you're doing all of this, you can see that you've saved yourself a significant amount of time. You can look back and see the trail that you would have taken. It looks like it would have taken you the better part of the day, whereas this is only taking you a couple of hours to get through and deal with. You can see that the trail widens here, becomes a lot easier. You've kind of reached the summit of a sort of a mountain range, so it's almost like a walking along the top of a giant wall, sort of, as you're just have this trail that goes along the tops, and then you can see the end of it from where you are, the destination that you need to get to. It sort of does a zigzag down. It looks like it'll be pretty easy to get down up ahead.
I vote no more unmarked caves, please.
Not go into any more caves.
Yeah.
Nothing but open skies for us.
Well, no unmarked caves.
I kind of like caves.
After you've regrouped a bit and caught your breath, what's the conversation along this next stretch of road?
Emily's gone back to trying to do weird little earthbending tricks, because he's like, this is awkward to talk about if anybody heard what he said, and so he's just going to pretend that nothing has happened.
Because he showed
boy.
feelings.
He's a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Tomo is like 19 or something and already thought Narioshi was basically your dad, so someone like
Yeah.
it means nothing to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same for Vespora. It's like, well, obviously.
Tomo will like nudge Vespora a little bit, like, that's pretty cool what you did with the water hands.
Thanks. I'm glad it worked the second time. The first time was just embarrassing. That was
Well,
just
like-
embarrassing.
Sometimes bending's just, it just doesn't listen very well. You get better as you do it more.
Yeah. Water is just so fickle, you know?
Found it
Well-
very consistent. Actually, I guess you travel by sea, so I guess I could understand water being fickle when you're out.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the worst, but yeah, when it goes wrong, I mean, I really thought I was gonna hurt Nariyoshi. I couldn't live with myself if I did that.
But nothing did go wrong, so it's okay.
Yeah.
You have to be at peace with the presence of the situation.
I have no
Yeah.
idea what that means.
No, honestly, I don't really either. It's just something that my teacher would always say.
Around Christmas.
What you doing there, Chun-Li?
I was gonna say, what was that creativity roll for?
well, I was about to type it out there. He's trying to master the whole foot warming thing, and I think he just is so mostly so that he can like point out to Nariyoshi and Vespora that like no, I don't need shoes. I can warm the ground while I walk, but I'm fairly certain he just burned his foot.
Yeah.
He just jumps around like jumps around like
It knocks into us and we all fall off the path.
You know, I have a
amused at the
spare set of
antics.
shoes.
Yeah, but you'll need those.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm like wearing one pair now. I've got a spare set.
So,
Yeah, spares mean you'll need it later. Keeps walking.
so with a failure on that, I'm going to do
Yeah.
a couple things here that'll
Okay,
ultimately end up
fantastic.
in like a positive
Okay.
long term.
Okay.
So the effect of that is, yeah, you definitely burn your feet, and it's like when you have to walk a longer distance than you would like on hot sand at the beach.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
kind of like that as the sensation.
Oh no.
But I will say, and you can do with this what you will. But I think that would be a opportunity, if you would like, for Chongli to get the idea for like lava bending.
Done.
Done. So something you'll probably have to work on, but like,
Done.
yeah.
Done. I don't need to know anything else.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah, long term a good thing. Anything
Read
else?
are burned and we're walking.
I would like. I'm still holding the torch. I don't need it anymore because we're outside, but comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna hold it next to my hand and then try to mask me trying to summon a small bit of flame to see if I can still do it outside of massive panic situation.
Okay. You can decide yourself if it's successful, or you can roll to see if it's successful. Either way.
I don't know. I think I get like varying results that it sputters.
Okay.
So that a little flame does come up, but it's not like consistent enough.
Okay. A little bit like when Zuko was having to relearn how to.
Yeah. Yeah, when he wasn't feeding on anger,
Mm-hmm.
you'll find a new way to do it. Man, that's a good episode.
That was a really good episode.
I love that episode.
Gotta feed it with coal. That's the way.
Yes, you need to eat more coal. I
Yeah.
will find you some.
I think that's Fairy Tale. I think that's the wrong anime.
Oh, okay.
One time
Like,
I do
I-
want coal for Christmas.
Yeah, I get all animes mixed up. I think they're all the same, which is very confusing to watch.
Yes. All right. Well, unless there's anything else that you want to do along this trail, we can fast forward to the evening. It'll take you about the rest of the day to get to the little town on the other end. So it's dark. You've got just enough light to see the trail without it being dangerous, but it's getting dark as you get off of this trail, and you can see a town very similar to the one that you went through when you started this trip.
It's the same town.
We got turned around in the cave.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's funny, I'm gonna say that it's the layout is just like the other town, except it's mirrored. Just because I think that's funny. But there's no pesky salespeople or anything like that accost you as soon as you step into town.
Commerce lady.
Yeah. It seems like a pretty chill place. There are lots of merchant and
What
inn
if they have a
options
communism
and-
lady instead?
Oh my god.
This is a mirror town.
Everything we have is yours.
I love that actually. Yeah, so they offer yeah, I'm gonna say that they give you the option. So like you can pay for things. You can just spend coin if you want to. Or they give you the option to do chores the next day in exchange for a room and food and things.
We are light on coin, so
No, we're
we relish
not.
the opportunity to work.
Nariyoshi, no, we're not.
When I get back to
Yeah.
the community.
That much money.
I'm not sure that's how. Wait.
Yeah, I've got money.
Well, it is
So-
up to you then if you want to
Well,
spend it on
yeah,
this, or if
just-
you want
just-
to
We
do.
we're on a mission. We don't have time, so yeah.
We did save
I'll
like a
just
whole
pay
day
for it.
going through that tunnel.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
It's
I
okay.
wouldn't mind doing some work for this community.
So, are you gonna let me pay for it or not?
I will not tell you how to spend your money. If this is how you wish to spend it, I will gladly accept.
Yeah,
That's yes.
There.
Do it.
money.
Thank you. I'll pat you on the shoulder.
The inn that you end up in, you go there and you hand them the money, and the man behind the counter looks a little disappointed, but he takes the coins and shows you to your rooms. So it's sort of like two connecting rooms. So there's two beds in each room with a like a door in the middle that you can open.
How early do the others usually get up?
As late as possible. But a light sleeper.
I think Nariyoshi gets up pretty early.
Because like
I think Chun-Li wakes up when Nariyoshi like kicks the end of the bed. That's what I imagine is the general protocol. That he will
seeing the
sleep as long
disappointed
as possible.
innkeeper, Soma was gonna like hover back for a second, and be like, "Hey, you got any like break of dawn chores you need help with?"
Oh, the man behind the counter's face lights up. Is like, yes, I would. Have you ever milked goats before?
Oh my god, have I ever?
Sure.
And he gets excited. He's like, yeah, I'll get you in the morning, and we can do that together. And there's a couple other chores. It's basically like farmhand type chores. He's very excited to do with you.
Yeah, so someone who is used to waking up like basically as soon as the sun rises.
Yeah, and yeah, he says, wow, doing it in the early mornings by yourself is a little rough, but with somebody else there, it goes a lot easier. So
You can exist together with the nature and like and bring up a good sweat and like it's such a good...
and he just like geeks out over it with you.
I think Somo's dangerously insane.
I stayed behind.
That wasn't Chun-Li.
Oh,
That
that's
was me.
This is,
That was Troll.
this isn't. Oh,
That was
this
Troll
isn't.
saying.
This is not Hannah. This is Somo.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying Somo's dangerously insane.
So I was so desperate to like connect with people on just like a chill level.
Yeah. Love that.
Oddly enough, I think
Sparring.
that's why Chun-Li wants to spar with them. It's because that's how he does that kind of connection stuff.
You probably have to like find an interesting way to like propose that isn't like
Yeah.
this is for violence sake.
No, it's like dancing, but sometimes bones break. So it's like dancing.
I was gonna say, so it's like dancing.
Let's learn self-defense. This is how you break their neck.
And here's how you make
One
their
with
bones
nature
dance.
and harmony and the energy of the universe.
Oh my goodness. All
You guys got
right.
problems.
So
I'm wearing a mask made of my dead parents' clothes. Like, yeah, kids
yeah,
got problems.
yeah. Well,
I need therapy.
you get your rooms. Is there anything that you want to do for the evening before going to sleep?
Someone's out fucking cold.
I'm gonna try to firebend more.
Okay, maybe try and get a hot meal.
There's like
I
a
think-
warm meal available.
It's pretty late at night.
Warm
Yeah.
will do.
I think I'm gonna tell particularly after I see some of the fire stuff that he's doing, I'm gonna talk to Noriyoshi about the thing I'm trying to do with the warming the rocks, because like I know
He's
you guys,
super embarrassed. He doesn't show
Yeah.
firebending to anyone.
Oh no, like seeing it from in the thing there, and he's just but he's also like well, I know you used to, even if it's just like well, I know you used to. I'm not gonna wink right now because that would would put you off on it. But like so I'm trying to do this thing because I know everybody's worried about my toes falling off.
You
So
should just wear the shoes, boy.
but then I can't feel it. But then I can't sense everything. I'm cutting off an entire sentence. I'm cutting off an entire sentence. Yeah, but this is like stabbing myself in the eye by wearing.
I don't think
shoes.
it's quite that serious.
Well, it's like blinding myself.
She bought you shoes. You
I-
should accept the
I-
kind offer.
She bought herself shoes.
No, son. She bought them for you.
She
She wants to
made
be
it
your
be-
friend.
She made it very clear that they were for her. I know they were for me, but she made it very clear that they were for her, and I'm going to let her live in that lie.
You have much to learn about people.
Yes, but first, I want to see if you can help me figure out how to do this, because it's kind of become important to me.
Strange. And I guess I could see how it would work, but it seems incredibly dangerous to train with. You know,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
something that would destroy whole towns.
well, that's why I'm focusing real small, like going, and I'm not trying for big. I'm just trying for like real small, like just I'm trying to warm a rock.
We'll give it a try when we next camp in the wilderness.
Okay,
I,
okay, that's,
I feel a little iffy about trying it in the middle of a town.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Especially since it's made of wood.
Yeah, that is definitely something we've learned. Wood does not like fire. They don't get along.
Question: did we notice him firebending when he got free, or did we not, in the commotion of everything, notice?
Somo did
element.
not, because Somo.
Yeah.
The only
Um,
reason, the only reason I'm assuming that Chun Li would have noticed is because he's very used to paying attention to
Yeah.
to Darioshi, and I'm betting there has been a number of particularly like when they first started living together. There's a lot of like, well, show me how to firebend. Well, show me how. Well, show me how. Well, show me how. Well, show me how.
So-
And he knows better than to do that, but he recognized that it is something he can do, and fire suddenly appeared. So
I think I'd also have lost my firebending over the course of us being together.
yeah.
Okay,
That-
so
the other
Vespora
reason
didn't
why it stopped
notice.
in that. Yeah.
Just so I knew that she didn't notice.
Yeah.
Vespora's gonna poke the unconscious Sobo and be like, I'm gonna get some hot food. Do you want some? Nudge. Poke.
Can I say
Food?
without meat?
Yeah, I'll get something without meat. Do
Thank
you?
you.
Get them lots of
I'll-
meat. Got it.
I'll
Just a side of beef,
yeah. And then I knock on their
not
door.
even cooked, just a side of
Yeah, I'm
beef.
assuming we're
Okay.
like two.
Yeah, I would knock on their
Yeah,
We
door.
have 2 rooms.
I'm
Okay.
gonna get some well, he said warm food. Do you want some?
I'm like in a corner, just in the what is it? What's the feet crossed position called?
Cross-legged?
Cross-legged.
Cross-legged. There we go.
Yeah.
I'll just trying to make a flame.
Warm.
I
No,
was
that's
about to say
probably
crisscross applesauce because I worked at elementary school.
better. Yeah. I will go with you,
Horrible.
and I'll open the door and
Yeah.
come with you downstairs.
No, you had me at food, so he's probably
Yeah.
walked past you.
Yeah. Ah,
Food.
you don't know where to go.
Well, I figure you'll catch up.
Okay. She follows.
Let us find the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they won't mind us using it.
Mm.
The innkeeper is still at the counter, and he takes you to the kitchen, where he explains. Yeah, as I said, it's warm food. We had dinner a while ago, but it's still somewhat warm. And he's basically got like a beef stew, and like some soda bread, and like a roasted squash, like a butternut squash type deal.
I make a big plate and I take it up to Somo, and then I go back to where Nariyoshi and Chun-Li were.
And there's plenty of the squash and bread to like make an actual meal out of.
I go for the beets.
Sweet.
I eat whatever is
Yeah.
not stapled to the table.
Oh, this is well. At least we won't have to do too much cleaning to the dishes now, because you've mostly cleaned them.
Yeah, Chun-Li's just like
Been traveling quite a
You
little
got the
bit.
bowl like
yeah, licking it.
You gonna lick that pot? Anyone want to lick that pot? Because
Can you spare me a portion? Because I'm gonna take this to Somo and then just leave me some.
Pour portion, and then just like
Yeah.
stick his head in the pot. He exerted a lot of energy, like a lot of calories,
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
doing all the earth bending,
portion.
throwing the side of a tunnel at the spider vultures.
I explained to the innkeeper like the tunnel thing, and that he should not, and no one should go through there.
Mm. Oh, thank you.
Also that we've closed it, so
Thank you for letting me know. I will be sure to let people know as they.
it was
They
a
ask me for
harrowing
directions.
experience. So
As I've
Be
heard
careful.
of some stories of some people losing some livestock and things like that to what we assumed was some sort of spider, because there was webbing. But perhaps now there'll be less livestock stealing.
such is the hope.
At least on this side.
Yeah.
We didn't close the other side.
And yeah, everybody's able to get plenty of food. They're very comfortable beds. All of your accommodations are pretty nice.
Snuggle.
Unless there's anything else that you want to do for the evening, I think that's a good spot to wrap it up. So next session, we'll start off with the next morning and getting you on your journey to the outskirts of Ba Sing Se. Yeah.
Bossing say what? Right there.
Love that.
Damn.
Trying to figure out if the legs would if the wings would tuck so that the legs would go outside of them, or if the legs would be underneath the wings. This is hard. Fusing animals is hard.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
I envisioned that they had the wings that sort of shut out the back, and it sort of like folded up, and then when they were flying, they sort of brought they bring their
that
legs
makes
in.
I'm trying to figure out
Yeah.
the sitting position. Anyway,
I thought 4 wings and 4 legs.
The wings are above the legs. I can tell you that much.
that's what we got so far.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Didn't
if
know
I've
you
just
were
seen
an
like
artist.
spiders. I don't think I've seen spiders sit.
They just
It's kind of just like
they just
they kind of like bend
they're
down a
sad.
little bit.
It's got like, because I was just looking at an image of a spider leg.
Yeah.
It like does the bends.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how exactly all of this is going to work.
Yeah.
they
Don't know why I'm
kinda don't-
drawing this.
Well, we're gonna go on a raid here very shortly. Before we do that, I want to give everybody a chance to say what their favorite part was, where we can find them next, and anything they'd like to shout or plug. And we'll go reverse order from how we did intros. So we'll start with Anina.
Oh, my favorite part. I really like Somo and Vespora clinging to each other because they're scared and huddling up in their little tent together. I think that's cute. I like that. Also, a lot of cool bending magic happened this episode, which I enjoyed. You can find me here next week, same time. Also, please do check out Bardic Quest on YouTube, which is a D&D 5e playthrough.
You're gonna
actual
play
play.
through all of the D&D 5e. Gotcha.
Yeah, all of it.
They start in the middle though. That's the weird
Yeah.
part. They just, you know.
Yeah, we kind of open the book and say we're starting there. There we go.
Cleric.
Actual play was the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Thank you, smart ass. Anyway, I play Saga, a badass Viking fighter in that. So please do check that out. Last weekend we got to number 10 in the chart, in the UK chart for gaming related podcasts.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we got to the top 10.
Heck
So yeah, we're very
Success.
happy. Yeah.
That's real
Super
good.
happy. So yeah, you can listen to it on our podcast platform or watch it on YouTube, whichever
That's
you
cool.
prefer. And please do check out my YouTube channel where I do sketches and comedic content and also some dark drama short films as well. That's called The Awkward Actress. So yes,
Nice.
go get entertained via my various YouTube channels.
All right. Next, B, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share? Plug?
You can find me all over the place. Twits and Facebooks and Discards and whatever. Troll and Prettiest Princess or J.R. Belliston will get you where you need. As for plug stuff, I have a system I'm working on. It's a Primordial system. I'm moving into the kind of beta, and hopefully by the end of this coming week, I'll have a packet I can give to people to try it out, so I can see if it works when I'm not running it. So, if anybody wants to run a stupid little haunted house I made, hit me up. As for my favorite part, there's a lot of just favorites here. Actually, I really liked Narioshi trying to firebend again. I also really love just throwing rocks at things and all the stupid earthbending stuff Raven's letting me do. So yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Paladin, favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share? Plug?
I think my favorite thing was the Sporus bending. It was very, very creative. Lots of stuff going on. Some was successful, some not. So we got a lot of character building through that. It was a good session all around. Love the spiders. That was fun. Let's see where you can find me. Sundays over on Uncanny Adventures, where I play Holt, the pirate paladin, who joins my friends who will evil pirates. I don't think we'll have a session this week, but next week I will end up on a ship with my mate, taking on the whole ship, and I think we'll die maybe.
Probably.
Yeah. And then Tuesdays over on Polished Cryptid's channel, I am running a one-shot for the crew because Polished needs a day off. I have yet to write the thing, but I know exactly what's going to happen up until the point where the players make decisions.
That's
like
exactly
jamming.
what you need.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And that's me.
All right. Next we got Hannah. What's your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share? Plug?
I really enjoyed the moment where it was like Narioshi, we saw the three in the tunnel. Narioshi's like, we should sneak in. The Spores was like, nope. And that was very
Hold my
fun.
beer.
Taking my job. That's my
Yeah.
job. I mean, come on.
And then additionally, I loved Charlie, you're describing how you kicked the boulder. That was
That was a good one,
I
yeah.
could picture it really easily because of that.
Oh, the mask thing. That was good too.
The mask was quite good. There was a lot of really good moments.
Yeah.
As for where folks can find me, I'll be back here on Raven's channel at 6 p.m. Mountain Time for Animus of Sentis tomorrow, where stuff is happening. I don't know. I just did surgery last week. It was fine. Lev is accidentally become the ship adult. People are like, "Oh, bad things are happening. I should call Lev."
Yeah.
Oh, this person's had 5 cups of coffee. Lev.
Oh,
But it's
that's
fine.
fantastic.
Everything's fine.
That's gonna be
That's what I'm
fun.
here for.
We're also gonna see more of, I guess
Stryker?
potentially, yeah, Captain Tom Stryker. So that'll be fun.
And
That's
then we might be losing some crew members. The now canonical reason for why he's leaving is hilarious.
Well,
You have to watch the
ever
last
need-
episode. It was very good.
Ever need any replacements?
Oh, I think
Know
it
a
was,
guy with a converted police
It's an
converted
NPC.
police cruiser.
oh goodness, new Skeeter. All right.
That's all.
That's it. Okay.
I'm done.
That just leaves me my favorite part. Is a 2-part thing. So one, I really enjoyed all of your problem solving. I love the way you all come up with solutions to these problems that I throw at you. It's really fun to watch. And 2, my other favorite part was all the failed rolls, because I got to just fully show you how horrifying this creature of my imagination is in these spider vultures. And that was a lot of fun. Especially getting to do all the clicking noises. I enjoyed that. Let's see, where you can find me next. In about 3.5 hours, I'll be producing Welcome to Madison right back here at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. That is a really great sort of surreal horror, surreal cosmic horror, I guess. It's hard to classify, but it's really good. You should definitely watch it. We've been running that show over on YouTube for most of the season, but we're bringing it back to Twitch as we did with this show. So if you haven't watched any of it, you can go over to the Black Feather Guild YouTube and catch up on some of the episodes. But it's really cool. That'll be at 6 p.m. Right back here. You won't actually see me, but I will be here, and you will briefly hear my voice for a minute. That's about it. And then tomorrow at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, I'll be jamming Animus Absentus for episode 58, I believe. Where we're at the mining colony. Sounds like some people are getting off the ship. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see more of Captain Tom Stryker, who's a very fun NPC. Raven is the real crypto of medicine. That's funny.
And accurate.
I guess kinda. I'm the one behind the scenes. But yeah, that story is amazing. Nikki does a great job GMing and running that. You should definitely come watch it tonight. That's everything for where you can find me next in the next little bit. Other things to share or plug. I have a lot of really cool things that I'm working on that I can't really talk about too much. They've just been there's been a lot of backburnering because of the having the flu for like a month solid and then moving and fibro and lots of other things.
Or the reason you can't talk about them is because they're illegal.
No, they are legal.
Oh, yeah.
At least in
That's
this,
what a criminal would say.
Everything's legal if you don't get caught.
at least in this state, it's legal. I mean, I suppose some of the content could be illegal somewhere, but where I live, it's legal. But it's gonna be cool. I'm working on several different tabletop related things that I hope to be able to post more about in a few weeks. I think that's it, except for sponsors, which I'm gonna throw into chat here. They are, once again, Fundamental RPG. It looks like this. You can pick up your copy on Amazon if you want the physical book, or at coffee.com/Raven, like it's spelled on the right-hand side of the screen. You can get the PDF or the quick play guide, which you can get for free over there. And it's a simple D20 system. It's not tied to a world or a genre, so you can use it to tell your own stories. It's very versatile and flexible, so you can use it to play. Like we've done tabletop versions of like Phasmophobia and Subnautica and Borderlands. You can kind of adapt it to whatever story or world you want to play in. It's pretty fun, as the name would suggest. But yeah, that's a Fundamental RPG, and then our other sponsor is Die Hard Dice. They sell amazing polymer and metal dice sets and accessories. 99% probably of my dice bag is, or bags at this point, is Die Hard Dice. And that was also pretty true even before they became a sponsor. So I really like the company and I really like their products, whether they pay me for that or not. Definitely go check them out. It's really awesome. If you use the code FUNRPG, all one word, all caps letters, you can get 10% off of your entire order. And then I highly recommend the Alessia Bloodfire set with it's got little white numbers. I didn't get to roll them a ton today, but I did do a couple little things with them. And you can see they're really pretty. Sort of like a fiery honey color. So I really like them. You can check them out. There's a link straight to that set in chat, but go check out all their stuff. It's amazing. And then that's it for sponsors. So we're going to go on a raid. We're going to go raid. Make sure that they are online. They are. We're going to go raid Valdranth. They're awesome. They're doing some tabletop games over there. Give them a follow if you're not doing so already. And then I will catch you all in about 3.5 hours. Bye, everybody.